Hello there guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be making a tutorial on how I created this concept album cover. First, let's start with a new Canva, and for this Canva I'm going to be using a square size 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels. That'll equal to 10 inches by 10 inches, but I like to use pixels. I try to always have some sort of grid, so I'll go to View, Guides, New Guide Layout. Right here, let's change the color to something that I'll be able to see later. Let's use kind of gray for now and hide it for now. I'm not going to be using the mask, so I always delete masks that I'm not going to be using. So background, let's block it for now. Let's change the color of the fill to some sort of gray like this. Around here, going to have the name of the artist. Let's duplicate it. Over here I'm going to have the name of the album, and right here I'm going to have the title of the song. Around there, right in the middle, it's fine. Let's start with the photos. I want all of the photos to be right here in the middle. That's perfect, but let's get it a tiny bit closer, maybe a bit up, some sort like that. And bring the title tiny bit larger. That's fine. So what we're gonna have here: name of the band, name of the album, title of the song, and 4 different photos. I already have everything that I'm going to be using right here. So the band that this album cover is going to be inspired from is Not Clues. So let's copy paste it, change it to white. That's fine. And now, name of the album, size 24. Right there, we can go ahead and delete those two. Name of the song, The Rain, that. It's gonna be a tiny bit larger. Let's get this tiny bit closer, like that. And here, let's see how it looks with 150%, maybe 120. Still looks large. Let's see how the photo will look if I wanted to expand them to here. Maybe let's try 120. I think that looks better. Let's shorten photos a tiny bit like that. Later on I can maybe expand all of it just a tiny bit. Now let's go with the first photo, which is going to be this one. Let's pass it there. I just want the keys around there, since it should be as a smart object already, but let's convert into smart object just in case. Let's go to filter, camera raw filter, and just edit a tiny bit the photo. Here it doesn't have to be super detailed. I just want to add details enough so whenever I add the effects, it's more visible over here. And second photo, I want the skeleton. Let's expand it. It's fine. Convert into smart object. Same thing. Camera raw filter. Edit it just a tiny bit. It's fine. You can see the difference. Let's go to the third photo. I want this one. Same with this one. Camera raw filter. Let's try to edit it just a tiny bit. Looks fine. And lastly, the last photo, it'll be this one. Let's press here and hide it. Center it. For this one, I pretty much just want the eye to be the main focus. Something like that. And same thing, let's go to camera filter. But for this one, even though it's going to be a bit difficult for me to have the eye the main focus, but I want to try as close as possible. That looks fine. Now I can go ahead, press on the first photo, go to filter gallery, zoom out, I'm going to be using the stamp and grain effects, the stamp at 1%, light dark balance and smoothness as 1% as well, but the magic, it will happen on the grain. I like that. That's perfect to me. Let's go on the second photo, filter gallery, and let's try to play around a little bit with the grain. That looks perfect. Is it okay? Third photo, filter, nope, no camera raw filter. Filter gallery, let's zoom out. That looks perfect. And last photo. Perfect. Let's hide all of these. Skull keys. And the frame. Gonna be frame 2. Skeleton. Frame 3. Clouds. And frame number 4. Scary. This one could be green. And I want to add color to this, so I'm going to bring this red square all the way to the top. So over here, other edit that I add, it will be added on top of the girl, which is the last layer of the photos and background. So the new layer, I don't want the letters, the titles to be touched, so I'm gonna add it right here. When I use a grid map, I always like to use the grid map, as I explained on another of my videos. If I go to square, make it a square, and then press this one and hit multiply, I can just edit the red color, nothing else. Let me delete this, but over here I go here, and whatever I'm gonna tell Photoshop that whatever is black, I want it to be white, and whatever is white is going to be black. So I pretty much just reverse it. Let's go ahead. So everything that is, I'm gonna tell the program that everything that is white, I want this red, and then you can change it to whatever you want. You can change it to blue or white, but in this case I want it to be black. That's an easy edit that you can always change the color, so you can just reverse them here. But I always like to use the grid map as a sort of changing the colors in Photoshop. And since all of the titles are on top of the grid map, none of them are going to be touched by the grid map, so none of them are going to be convertible to it, as you can see. If I put them underneath the grid map, but I want them on top because I want all of the titles to be white. Let's hide the rectangle. Once again, let's press here, and now I want to add this metal scratches texture. Looks fine, some sort like that. Let's double click, and everything that is white, I'm going to hide it. Let's convert into a smart object, so we delete the background. So you can see over here, you can see the background in white. Now once I convert it into a smart object, all you see is pixels. And just so I don't get any sort of like those weird line color, I'm going to double click on the layer, go to color overlay, and turn it to black, so you can see they're pure black, and it adds a nice texture. And texture, grid map, that's fine. I don't need to change the name of the titles because once I type them, the layer should get the name of what I just typed. So I get Knock Loose, Love Tracks, and the Rain over here. Let's delete the background that Photoshop comes with by default. I think we can delete the square. Now last texture is going to be this one, just to add some sort of texture to the whole design. Let's copy paste it, enlarge it. This looks perfect, maybe about 8%. You can see if you zoom in enough. If not, you won't be really able to see it. Main texture and indigo. And once I have everything in the way that I like, I press Shift Control Alt letter E, and that'll pretty much make like some sort of screenshot of the entire design, as you can see here. Design 1 just in case. Change the color to violet. I already have my mockup over here of a cover album. I save it. I go to the edit that will be passing here, since this is a smart object. Go ahead, press OK, and check that that the design is centered. Once I save it, it should pass to this file, as you can see right here. And this is the process of how I created this album cover concept, inspired by the band Knocked Loose and the song The Rain that is on their album Love Tracks. If you like this video and it was helpful for you, please consider like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.